Quetchi now in there.
Well, left of picture, you can see the athletes lined up for the next event on the track. It is the men's 100 metres. A good mix of age and experience in this. A brace of 21-year-olds and 4 men over 30. And the fastest 2 men in the world this year go here. This is Jeff Erios of France, your silver medalist in the European Junior Championships 100. Back in 2021, his best of 9.98 came last year. He's never broken 21 for 200. He's a big fella, 6'2". Kyrie King, semi-finalist at the World Championships 200 back in 2017, struggles to get into US teams. 5 times he's broken 10 seconds, but only 6th in the Doha 200 last Saturday. He goes in 2. There's Ferdy Omanyala, Commonwealth champion in Birmingham 3 years ago, remember. Bubbly character, Omanyala, from Kenya. Very fast starter. Been in mixed form though, 2nd in China and then 9th in China earlier on last month. Fred Curley, one of those few athletes who's broken 10 seconds for 100, 20 seconds for 200 and 44 for 400. He won here back in 2023 and that 9.94 is still the meeting record. He's the Olympic bronze medalist from last year. There's Simbine, the fastest man in the world this year. 4th in the Olympic Games last year, the South African. He was bronze medalist at the World Indoors in Nanjing back in March. I call him the nearly man. He's had so many performances where he's finished 4th and 5th in major championships. That's Sile Tebogo, the Olympic 200-meter champion. He holds the national records and in fact the African record for 100 and 200. But hasn't been under 10 seconds yet this year, the former footballer. He goes in 6th, the Botswanan. Emmanuel Aseme of Cameroon, All-Africa Games champion last year. And only 3 times under 10 seconds, a couple of times in 23, once last year. Hasn't broken 10 seconds yet this year, Aseme. He's in 7. Brandon Hicklin, the world number 2, goes in lane 8. The American ran leg 4 for the USA at the World Relays 2 weeks ago when they took the silver medal in the 4x100. And 5th in Grand Slam track in Miramar a couple of weeks back over 100 and 200. That was 3 weeks ago, actually. And then Sean Maswanganyi of South Africa completes the lineup in lane 9. Only 7th in Doha over 200 and 20.7 last Saturday. But I think he's got big potential at 200. Coached by Carl Lewis, by the way. Maswanganyi there, nearest the camera to write a picture. Plenty of dignitaries in this packed-out stadium. I've never seen it so full here. All my years coming to this meeting. Simbine, by the way, in fabulous areas. Simbine goes in lane 5 in the all-red. He won both Diamond League 100s so far this year at the 2 Chinese meeting. He's in fabulous form, the fastest man in the world this season, Simbine, with 9.90. His lifetime best, 9.82, came at the Paris Games last year when he just missed out on the medals. He was 4th in Paris, 4th in Tokyo Games, and back in 2016 in Rio. That's why I call him the nearly man, and there's been several other 4ths and 5ths. But watch this, Omanyala in 3, Curley in 4, Simbine in 5, Tebogo, the Olympic champion at 200 in 6, 4th from left. I thought there was a little twitch there from but he gets away with it, going really well. Omanyala at the moment. Omanyala 3rd from the top, easing away. Simbine 2 looking strong through the second half. Simbine the strongest. Omanyala 2nd, and between them, Fred Curley 9.95, and with a very slight following wind. That is great running, very, very crisp running indeed. Some 14 men have broken 10 seconds this year, and Omanyala, well, he led the first half, probably led through to about 60, but I think it was Simbine who came through to take that.
Yeah, very good. He's been in great form, hasn't he? Continuing it, as you said, Tim. And you know, it's just always a question of whether he takes it through. And I mean, world champs for everybody, long way away in September. But right now, he is beating everybody else. Omanyala, 100% right. You got a great start. Fred Curley got left. Tebogo looked a little bit lethargic for me, and just adds to what I didn't think was a great run necessarily in Doha. The 200 is best event, obviously, but he's normally better than this. Just doesn't look sharp at all, Tebogo. So, this point, though, Sabine has just got that momentum. Curley comes back into it over the last 20 metres, but Simbine, the more all-rounded sprinter at the minute. Just gets up to good speed fairly quickly, maybe not out of the blocks as quick as Omanyala. We know how fast he is over that first 20-25 metres, but never manages to quite maintain in the same way that his African counterpart did. So South Africa cheering on Simbine, I'm sure. 9.95, just a 100th outside the meeting record.
Yeah, but winning by a tenth of a second, that's a good meter at the standard these fellas are running at. Curley, 10.07, Aseme, 10.10, Hicklin, 10.11. Well, he will be disappointed with that after his 9.93 back in late April. Really good, strong, competitive 100 there, but Simbine.
What was going to happen? We'll catch up with that high jump after this men's 200 metres.
We will indeed. You can see that lane 7 is empty. That's because Letsile Tebogo, the Olympic champion at this distance, has pulled out the Botswana, and he was 9th in the 100 metres earlier in 10.43. Clearly not right. Maybe playing it very, very safe. On the outside there, Joseph Van Boele of Liberia, 5th in Tokyo 4 years ago, and then 7th in Paris last year at this distance, the 23-year-old. He's in 9. There's Fred Curley. Curley, who ran in the 100 earlier on, and is struggling for his form, but he's gradually coming back, I think. I think Curley, who was 3rd in 10.07 in the 100, will be feeling that things are on schedule when you think those World Championships are a long way away. He's got to negotiate the US trials first. Courtney Lindsay, so is he. He's in lane 6, the American. Best of 20.11, but he is a 19.7 performer from Nairobi last year. Wade van Niekerk, the world record holder for 400 metres, his first race of 2025, was talking to his agent last week in the USA, and he said he's playing things very, very steadily because he knows it's a longer season. He ran us 200 metres on a straight track last week in Atlanta in the USA, ran 20.03. Robert Gregory, inside the South African for the USA, the 23-year-old, is a 19.8 performer, that from a couple of years back, 20.2 this season. He won recently in Tokyo in that season's best 2024. Ryan Zeze of France goes in 3, the European Championship silver medalist in the sprint relay from a couple of years back. His parents are from the Ivory Coast, but he's a 19.9 performer, is Zeze. That was in La Chaux de Fonds last year, where it's marginally at altitude in Switzerland. Kyrie King goes in 2 for the USA. 20.6 this year, but he too is a 19.9 performer. A lot of these fellas at the moment in the races they've had a little way off their absolute best. He was 6th in Doha. And on the inside, Benjamin Richardson, world under-20 champion in the sprint relay a couple of years back. He was 7th in Miramar, Florida last week in 20.62. A couple of weeks back, 20.62. Big fella Richardson too on the inside, 6'3". He won't really enjoy that tight inside lane. Van Niekerk, well, how can he go here? He's a super racer, 32 years old. He's had a lot of injury problems. Remember, when he set the world record for 400 in Rio back in 2016, 9 years ago now, he injured his knee the following winter with a, in fact, just a year or so later, playing touch rugby. He did really bad damage. It took him 2 or 3 years to get back, but he does have great 200-meter speed. He is fabulous over 200. One of those few have gone under 10 for 200, 100, under 20 for 200. Well, away they go. Not particularly quick out of the blocks there, Van Niekerk in the raid. Indeed, Gregory inside him has made up a little bit of ground, but he will come strong later on in the race. Good running, mind you, from Gregory in lane 4. Also great running there too in lane 6 from Courtney Lindsay. Lindsay moving away from them. Nobody coming back at him at the moment. Maybe on the outside. Curley, and also on the outside, Van Boele there gets 2nd place, just ahead of Curley. I think Van Niekerk came through for 4th place. The winning time 20.04 with a marginal following wind, but that's a really nice win for Courtney Lindsay. Wow. It was a good lane draw, lane 6. He had nobody to chase, was totally focused on his own job. And 20.04 is a season's best for him, and he misses the meeting record by 1/100th of a second. That meeting record, by the way, is going to take some catching. It was by De Grasse back in 2017, 8 years ago now, by Andre De Grasse, the Canadian.
Yeah, he got a pretty good start. Difficult because he's got no lane outside him. Yeah, empty lane for Tobago. Curley just labouring around the bend for me. Fambula comes back at him. But, you know, Courtney Lindsay had to scrap down the home straight in Doha last week, and he just missed out on holding off Tobago. And you can see again here, look at that, rocking and rolling. He knew this time, I've got this if I can just hang on till the end. And he does it this time. Fambula and Curley were charging a little bit, but they'd really not got themselves involved enough at the top of the home straight. Lindsay had run a good bend, gave himself a good platform into the home straight, and strong enough at the end to hold on for the win. 20.04, as you said, beautiful conditions tonight. A little draft behind them, but not a bad run at all.
The place times in that 200, by the way, they could hardly have been tried to. Lindsay won from Van Bulle and Fred Curley, and then Rob Gregory was fourth, 20.26. Wade van Niekerk fifth, 20.26.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel once more. Tessie Reactions is my name. Kindly for watching this video for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, share and comment. So guys, hope you have watched a very powerful race from Rabat. That's the Diamond League. Diamond League is the league that was created. It's normally move across the world to nurture most of talent. So it has been dominated for so long time. So this time is about just has happened this year 2025, and you have seen how people are really dominating these races there, and you can see that this race is being dominated by African people, black people, because black people is made of the short races. So when you see 200 meters or 100 meters, this means for short races, because these things has been dominated by Jamaica. Jamaica is the fastest, they have the fastest runners up men, that is Usain Bolt, and also they have Thompson. So these people has been dominating, and I can count out the USA has Richardson. So Richardson has been trending all over the country, and this league has been nurturing the people. So this has happened in Africa, and it has really run, and people has been broke, a lot of record has been broken, and it has. So guys, let's see how. Hope you have watched, and I want to see your reaction on comment section about that race, about our brother Jam Africa, because we had representation from Kenya, Omenyala, South Africa, Denmark, across all over the world. They came and started competing this race. So it has been there, and it has been really finished, and we have seen how people have an edge of running. Do you know how people really learning? They have an edge of running. They can't compete with anybody. So it has been dominating with Jamaica. And Jamaica, when you come in terms of Olympic, it's normally been Jamaica is the dominant. They are normally won a lot of gold in Jamaica. A lot of things are being won in Jamaica. So this time it has been in Africa, and African has been so lucky to have it, to host it. It has been dominated because we know that Africa and Jamaica and Caribbean are just the same. So they have those energy, and we find that when these people compete, the first thing, they have a lot of energy. This energy came from the organic food they are taking. You find that those whites, they normally eat natural food, but we Africa, we normally take organic food, which is came from direct from refined. So it gives a lot of energy. So this energy has been boosting us. So that's why we are dominating these races. And in terms of training, we had a lot of facilities in training. We find that we in Africa have a lot of hills, a lot of climate is really favoring us. A lot of people are going to train hard. So we don't we normally train on hills, but you find that in this west white country normally train in flat areas. So when you cannot compare somebody who has been training in hills and keeping in flat areas, you'll find that those that train in hills or mountain, they will dominate more than you. So guys, it has been there, and it has been dominate. That's why we normally breaks a lot of record. We normally level up. We normally do a lot of things. But in races, when you come to Kenya, when you visit Kenya, Kenya is known for long races. We have a lot of people. Kipchoge is the one from Africa, and he's really dominating this race. So in Africa, we have a lot of people, we have a lot of talents, a lot of short. In Jamaica, we have Tia Clinton is just the youngest, and when you come to this country that is dominating in short races, they normally have a lot of academies coming out. That's why they are dominating these races. So you cannot come and you cannot count out. I did a video about Jamaica breaking a lot of records with the youngest country who had just broken a record of Usain Bolt. So Jamaica has a lot of talents, and also compared to Africa, so we cannot rule it out. They will they will dominate with a lot of years to come, but guys, it's just a prayer that we Africa will continue raising our flag high, because we can't count it that we have been dominating these things for so long and we can continue dominating. We want to show them that we Africa and also Caribbean, we are just friends, and you cannot allow this thing to lose any gold. So it has passed, and we hope that next time we will have more and more races to come and dominate from Africa. Manyala is just the youngest, but he's really shocking the world. He's the promising star. We have a lot of promising star now in the world, and it has now they have been shining for so long. So we have been there, and we will just be there doing what was supposed to be done. So let me see your reaction. If you know any athlete who have been run those races, I want to see your reaction in comment section. And also congratulate for we African and Caribbean for raising our flags high, because we have been raising our flags high. Nobody has been taking our flag high. You have been raising our flag high, and will dominating for so long this race. So kindly guys, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's make this video viral for Africa to know how we normally develop our talent. So let's these words learn from us. We will not want to run from them. So kindly guys, just hit, and thanks for my loyal supporters who are coming back to watch my video. Thank you so much, and may Yahweh bless you. Bye for now.